Alright, let's go down and find Shinra. AMG Shinra. Now, I'm probably not saying his name right, guys, because no matter what I try, you guys already know. I have the worst luck with names. There he is on your screen, completely invisible. And tonight's second flight path, we're coming right on down from just between the Oasis and Torremunda, going between water treatment crews to Valle, Hacienda del Patron, truck stop, going over the top of Minas Generalis, just to the east of La Padita, between Las Leon and Pala, near that car spawn, and going through Puerto Aparicio out to the water. So there's your flight path, and let's see where everybody is headed. Looks like we got the Broken Spirits in the Digital Age going down the path over towards La Caparia. We might have a car spawn fight there. Oh, we got several of them floating over the top of the San Martin water treatment, Hacienda del Patron. So let's see, looks like we have two teams. AMG is jumping with the Celebrity Killers. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen because they are going to be in a fight fairly soon. But let's go ahead and scroll on in on, oops, let me get the iPad up there. There we go. Let's scroll on in, check in on what is happening. It looks like we've got Unique Legacy, we've got Versatile, and Nevermind. Not too far away from Incognite Gaming, or Incognite Evolution. I gotta get used to all these new names. And look at our first zone, very central. AMG Necroy already down. So let's see, Shinra is right here. He does have several of them from the Celebrity Killers out and around him. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pick up Necroy or not. Let's see, where is Necroy? He is crawling on in. And he is over by his team, so his team may be able to get him picked back up. And I think Liability might be across the way. It looks like Liability. Still trying to find some of those weapons. Vampire has done several eliminations throughout this, and we do. Oh, I thought that was the mortar. It was an S12, or I was like, a mortar already. Alright, so we do have Nevermind in a fight as well. Let me go back to Shinra while I figure out where Nevermind are. I believe they were up along this edge line over here. So Digital Age up in the Oasis. The only thing I don't like about the Oasis is it's so difficult to find vehicles to rotate out of there. We've got 4 teams down in Leones outside of zone. We do have the Golden Fire, the Ice Elves, Real Gunners Esports. We also have Complex Esports, and so Real Gunners, they do have teams on both sides of them. Unique Legacy in the fight with Versatile. I believe that was right up over here, so they're over by the crater fields. I don't think they're gonna, I don't think oh, is that it? Yeah, I think that is it for Versatile. And we still have this fight down here in Al Azhar. So let's head on down. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up, give you guys some idea where your zone is, because I know the zone is kind of hard to see on my right on down. JPK, look at this. We got Control in a fight now with FS. Where is the Fallen Stars and Control? They are right on over here. Let's head down over here because it does look like they are in a fight as well. Control getting some cake. And let's see, Harley. Oh, Harley doesn't even have a weapon. At least Cake was able to drop the Tommy gun, and they are getting pulled up on, but they are all coming at Harley from this eastern edge. Harley doesn't have anything, though. Doesn't have. Ooh, Almost got control, but control was able to get that elimination. Control up to 2 eliminations. JPK up to 2 eliminations. And now we got Nevermind right on over here in a fight. Let's see what's going on with Nevermind in the Nade Shack right below Incognite Evolution. So let's see. I'm not sure which one from Incognite Evolution are taking all these shots. I found them in the first try. But I'm not sure who this is, guys. I cannot read the script, so I'm not sure who this is. Let's see. Maybe another team coming up and around, or is that an off angle? And I think it. Oh, he does get the knock over onto Berserker. Now they are pushing right on down. This is Sandu. Sandu on this off angle. I do see another one. Is it Shikari? I got these two are over here. Let's go down to see what's happening in come on, stop doing that. Kaisra, hello. I don't know. I'm having serious issues. I keep clicking on things and it's just not clicking back on over. I'm not sure what's going on at your end. Hopefully everything is going all right. It doesn't say I'm dropping any frames. I'm not getting any faults, so I'm not sure, Kaisra. All right, let's see. Double coming up and around. What a flick over onto Shinra. Shinra trying to get him from that. Ooh, what a pop shot over at the Nightcroy. And so now AMG suffering to the hands over here of the celebrity killers, Shinra. They are still right across the street. Hello, beautiful twin. And Shinra gets taken. Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday night. We are here with the XO Esports. This is their $700 Conquest Trials Semifinals Group C and D. Let's see how many times tonight I can actually get the right groups. I'm having a weekend. How about you guys? You guys need to let me know how your weekend is going. Let me introduce you to Group C and D. In slot 3, we have CBK, Esports South America. Woo! In slot 4, OTB Esports. In slot 5, K19 Esports. In slot 6, the Dark Side Knights. There they are. Foxy Ifwick's already in his seat. Slot 7, Finial. Slot 8, Oblivion Esports. Slot 9, Alpha 4 Legends. Slot 10 are the XO Elites, the host Discord server team. There you are. In slot 10, Team Entity. Slot 11, Rival 6, Fedici. I see you. Slot 13, T Games Esports. Slot 14, Titanfall Esports. 16, Omerta Esports. 16, Urza Esports. Hello, Mickey. And Coco Decode, I see you. Slot 17, Zero Mercy. Slot 18, Manic. Slot 14, Made in Nepal. Oh, great. They're right together, guys. You guys know I suffered terribly trying to split up Manic and Made in Nepal. That eye is invisible to me. In slot 20, Absolute Pain. There they are. Let's see. Hello, Octa. Go OTB. We already have somebody in the chat calling out for team number 4. Is there someone in team number 4 you would like to jump with? We got QZZ, Darwin. Is that Viri? I'm not sure. Yusef, Make sure you let me know before we start, but we will jump with Team 4. But before that, let's go ahead and look at the scores from last night. Because for the Conquest trial, 14 teams will be moving on to finals, and they are overall points. And these are some of the points. Look at these massive points. And eliminate these teams last night were fire. So AMG Esports coming in with 56. Incognite Evolution 1 point away. Team Control just 4 points out of first with 52 total points. So there are the scores from last night. That was Group A and Group B. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up there. Let's go ahead and find somebody from OTB Team 4, and we'll go with Darwin. Not sure which one to go with, but we'll go with Darwin. Make sure you let me know which teams you want to check in on, and here we go. First flight path of tonight, we'll have 5 flight paths, excuse me, 5 matches tonight. We're coming in from between Severny and Stauber, going across Yasnaya Shelter, right between Farm and Milta, and through Novo Crate, stumping off any AFKs. Will be swimming with the fishes. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. Weekends go so fast, I tell you. Alright, so we do already have OTB off the plane. It looks like they're headed over to Severny with Alpha 4 Legend. Since we already have people in the chat calling them out, I'm going to go ahead and put them up on the screen. There we go, and then you and I will pay attention to the map down in the lower right-hand corner and see where everybody else is going. Now, we do have Oblivion headed up to Stauber and that whole northeast side. Look at that. They've got the barns south of Stauber, the recall center south of Stauber, and to the compounds to the north of Stauber. So they got a big split. We have CBK Esports. They're right there in Yasnaya. Looks like we've got one team, the Dark Side Knights. They do like that school. And Urza going across the school compounds. Looks like they're going over to the compounds. Farm area does have a bit of action going on. We got 3 teams over there. We got Titanfall, Team Entity, and Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal, light green. Maybe I can keep that in my head. And Lipovka does have K-19. We got Manic over at the shelter. We got Exo Elites over in the Milta Power Peninsula, but they're not too far away from Finial. And Zero Mercy down in Milta. We got 3 teams down on the military base, and they're going to have to come across those bridges. We've got Omerta down there. Is that Omerta? Let me check. Yes, Team 13 in Omerta. Ooh, we got a couple of teams. We got Team 13, T-Games Esports right over here with Rival 6. Ooh, so Rival 6 taking over two of C Block buildings, and then we've got Titan Team 13, T-Game Esports, excuse me. Fetty Chi's getting pushed up on. Let's get Fetty. Oh, Fetty, I'm so sorry. Fetty G. And then we also have another team down here at the docks. We do have Team 20, Absolute Pain. So let's go and see what else is happening. Our zone is all the way to that northeast side. So there you go. There's your teams. Now it looks like OTB in zone in Zarky. What are the chances of that? So let me go on down to the fights. And Matthias, hello, big fan of yours myself. Alright, so let's get on over to the fight between Team Entity. We've already got Psycho up to 2 eliminations, but we did lose Nexus OP to Made in Nepal. We lost the duo, but we do have Swaz and domain still in this, and it looks like they've separated out. Made in Nepal taking over the West Farm, but it does look like Entity is coming up and around. Welcome everyone. Like, share, subscribe this channel. Thank you, Imatias. Yes, please. Yes, please, everyone. It helps everyone. It helps all of us. All right. So Rival 6 is still in this fight down there. You saw that they did. Ooh. Let's see what's going on. It does look like the T games are having a fight over here in Sex Flicks. Let's get on over to Sex Flicks. He just got another knock. Let's see what he's up to. 2 eliminations. Let's see what he can do with this AUG. He does have 2 players right on top of him. Will he get the first squad wipe of Group C and D? Does look like he's got a teammate right in there. Hello. Hello is trying to get in right around here, and I think we got one coming up and around. Oh, no. And there goes Sex Flicks. Let's check in on Hollow as Hollow comes right up and around. And now we do have King X, and I can't see the other, Padrino. Yeah, so there you go. They are just checking everything out, so let's see. It looks like they're trying to heal back up. Let's check in on what they are doing on the inside. Padrino, he's just listening and trying not to make too much sound, trying to figure out where the rest of Rival 6 are. It is a 2v2 down here in C block. And, oh, I hear sticky bombs. Alright, so looks like Rival 6 is grouped up. Look at this Padrino. Hollow being able to see Padrino right there behind that door, so or behind the crate. Let's see. It looks like they might be just getting their heads together, guys. Let's see what else is happening. I think we might have a fight over here. No, they are plenty of space apart. We are getting some rotations. We'll show you the rotations on the iPad very shortly after this fight, if we don't have another fight break out immediately after. Now it looks like, yeah, we're just out here reorganizing, so might be a minute. We still have some sticky bombs going off. We still have one of them from T Games that are down pretty low in health as well. Oh, King. Daka up into an elimination. So now we are down to just Padrino. He is right up here in... Hello, Sunshine. Welcome. He does have the S12 and he is ready for the push. Daka does need to get a little bit of health back up. Looks like they're not taking any chances with these corners. You know that they're down there checking each of them, but now they know he's up on that roof. They can hear the roof footsteps down below, but he does pick up a nade. Let's see if he's going to be able to get... Oh, they came out and around. And Reno now down to about 5 HP, and he doesn't have any health on him. And there goes T Games, but it was pretty brutal on Rival 6. Not only are they just a duo now, but they are also a out of zone. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Let me go ahead and put this iPad up. It does look like the fight with Manic has pulled away, so let me put this fight or this iPad up so you guys can check in on where your teams are. I'm not sure who Hod just got. He did get an elimination on one of the teams right over here, but the teams have already separated out, and I did miss which team that was. I'm not sure if it was Finial or Made in Nepal. I believe it was Made in Nepal. Yes, it was. No, Made in Nepal was already a duo, but Made in Nepal now coming up right over onto Team 14. Titanfall right here on the other side. Ooh, Swaz getting out of that. Ooh, jump shot by... Oh, I thought he was going to get a 3-piece. Titanfall will be able to pick up the duo and get on, and I think that is it for Made in Nepal. Alright, let's see what else is going on. I'll put that iPad back up there while I peek around, see which... Oh, I think Omerta is over here getting ready to gatekeep Rival 6. Vishal! Vishal, my bell, big fan. Vishal, big fan. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I believe we're going to have a fight right over here with Omerta and Rival 6. It does look like Omerta is, if I could get on over there, Omerta is bridge camping the north side. Let's see, I can't see Rival 6 down at the other end yet. I can't see their tags, but oh, they went across to the to the east bridge. GG's Rival 6. Alright, I do see another fight about to happen right up here for Team 8. Oblivion. They do have Alpha for Legend coming up and around. And let's see what's going on. It looks like maybe Alpha for Legend are just on the rotation, not necessarily coming in. Yeah, I think they're just rotating close to the center zone. So let's see. We do have the EXO Elites. They went all the way up this eastern edge, and they're coming in from that Stauber area. So they'll be coming in without anybody at their back. Kind of a smart play that was. So I see Finial is pretty separated, but I don't like that they're over there on Death Island. Maybe they had the shop van over there. And looks like CBK Esports taking the split right over here on the Rozhok side. We got a couple of them to the north side coming into Rozhok. Look at this. So yeah, they're taking over the Roz Hill. Also pretty close to that middle, but shifted over to the eastern edge of center. So we do have Rival 6 coming up that eastern bridge. GG's, and smart move. And OTB, look at OTB for my YouTube chat. Looks like they're coming in right over here to the squad house just to the north of Crates. And Orson is waiting. Alright, Zero Mercy over here in a fight. Let's check in on what Zero Mercy is doing. I just saw one of them, Potato did get an elimination, and I'm not sure. I did miss that one, so let's see if I can figure it out. Maybe Team Entity. And we do have a duo for Team Entity over here in Ursa Esports up on Mount Everest. So they are really close to Zero Mercy. It looks like we got Top in here. Alright, let's check out into Urza. Hello, Mickey. Mickey trying to get those shots, but look at this. He can also see several of the teams rotating up onto Team Entity. So I feel like Team Entity is about ready to get into the fight right here. And Psycho going down to that push from Zero Mercy, and Top does look like he's going to get out of there, but we do have Absolute Pain right here too in that compound right in front of him. So Top is going to end up right in the lap oh, he sees that vehicle, and that is Absolute Pain. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and steal his car. Yeah, just coming all through. Come on, go off my screen. Let's see. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. I don't even know if I'm close, Sunshine. I think I'm starting to get your song. I think I'm starting to get it. And Top now coming over to OTB, and OTB just letting them know that squad house is already taken, but it's only Darwin holding that down, but Top doesn't want anything to do with it. And so back over to Absolute Pain. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up so you guys can check in on your rotations. We do have Rival 6. They are getting closer to coming into zone. They're over by the OP dip. And let's go. Most of these teams, as you can see, are pretty separated out. So let's see. I don't really see anything going on, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in this map just a little bit more so you don't have to see so much of the blue. I think that might be, yeah, there's nobody in that Georgia Pole area, so I'll just go ahead and slide it over that way so you can check in on your teams and see the next zone as it pops. It's probably going to still be around. Oh, look at that. It does shift south of the river, so Death Island's still in there, but mostly over the Pachinki, the golf course. We do have Ruins, Watertown, all that in there, so let's go ahead and we'll check in on Zero Mercy. I do hear some shots going off in Ninja. Ninja is that is the definition of how my weekend has been. I got the window right there, but I just cannot get through it. Coco Frog. I like Coco Frogs. Let's check in on Coco Frog, see what's going on with that. At least it's a name I can pronounce. You guys come up with some names that... Oh, I have no idea what I'm watching. Oh, we do have a Murta in a fight. Let's figure out where a Murta is. They're right on down here. Let's check in on what is going on with them. It looks like we're down to a Murta Dillon, the sole survivor, over at the one stacks in the Gaka Fields. And it was against TF, and I believe that's Titanfall. So let's get on over to TF, find out what's going on with Team 14. Titanfall Esports. Hello, Nova. We got Arc up to 3 eliminations. Hello, Brute. Alright, so Alpha for Legend and the Dark Side Knights now in a fight. Let's get on over here and see what's going on. Oh, killed. Must have been killed. Let's try this again. And look, Timeless. Oh, Timeless is down, but Ifwick may get this res off, but you can see that CBK is right out there. And a lot of them from CBK are knocked right now, but we've got Alpha 4 Legend coming right up in this nade quid. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Bombanini. Oh, he does find Santi Z, and look at this. He does get a knock and a thirst. And let's get on over and see what is happening with Alpha 4 Legends. They're setting up over here on the dips in the golf course. Gola out the OTP. Alright, so Darkside Knights. Timeless with that shot right through the window. So let's get on over to Timeless. Let's see what kind of oh, look at the smokes. Alpha for Legend utilizing so many smokes to keep Darkside Knights from getting another knock. Timeless got on the aggressive push coming up. It might be smoking on his back. Very smart play here. And I will check in on OTB in just a second. And now it looks like Urza and OTB is in a fight. Let me get on over there for my YouTube chat. This is the second one coming in for OTB. Let's check in. Yusuf up to an elimination. Darwin right on over here. Looks like Darwin is the anchor into zone, and the rest of them are just keeping the zone clear, keeping their backs clear, waiting for any of the blue to push some of these teams on in. Let's see. We still have this fight over here. I feel like Alpha 4 Legend are getting ready to set up around the Darkside Knights. Unfortunately, the Darkside Knights are down to just a duo, so it will be them against all 4 of them, a 2v4 against Alpha 4 Legend, but we did shift our zone. We are going over towards the hills of Pachinki, to the west of Pachinki. And oh, Timeless trying to get those shots up onto Bombanini as he comes up for that off. Timeless watching that, but he is being covered by the rest of them from Alpha 4 Legend. Oblivion also in a fight with Urza Mickey. Urza coming down off of that Mount Everest area. Let's see, where is this going on? I see a fight right here. Let's get on over to Decode. No, now we are down to just Zeus. Zeus is the last one still standing. as Oblivion are in the fight with the code right on that other side. Zeus up on the hill watching his team as Oblivion coming on in. We did lose someone from Oblivion. We lost Yimmy. But we do have the rest of Oblivion not too far away from Team 14, the Titanfall Esports. So let's go. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. Alpha 4 Legend did come up onto Darkside Knights. So let's see. It does look like Iflik does get knocked. And as I said, Darkside Knights, they are just a duo over here. Now time is a solo over here. I got it. Yes, sunshine. Finally. You've only been trying to teach me this song for 2 years. Alright, so Timeless now watching as all four of them Legend are getting ready to push up onto him. We are in the blue now. We are in stage 4, so Timeless not only has to get out of this, he is a solo, but they have, oh, that was so quiet coming up that stairs, but Zuz Riz, the Rizman. Alright, let's see. We are down to 11 teams. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so you can check in on where your teams are. And let me try to decide where the next fights are going to be. I think Alpha 4 Legend may end up on top of Entity Top himself. So I'm going to stay on Alpha 4 Legend. Watch them come into zone. They are a full 4-man team doing just fine. And zone does shift closer to Alpha 4 Legend. So let me go ahead and put him back up. And I think that was top that we just lost. If I saw that right. Yeah, they came up onto top. And look at that, Bombanini gets knocked to the play zone. Alright, so we got some music boxes in here. How about that? And let's see, I'm going to go over to OTB for my YouTube chat. Guys, if you could take a second to hit that like and subscribe, it really helps out everyone. Alright, so Darwin, ooh. Manic Vortex on that crazy angle. Let me see if I can find Vortex down here. Vortex is up to 2 eliminations. Oh, and I did not find Vortex, so let me try that one more time. My clicker is not clicking, guys. It is not clicking. There we go. So let me just go ahead and mold the one over there. And we do have Zero Mercy not too far away from Manic, so it does look like Manic is making sure that their backs are clear, and we already have Hod anchoring into zone over here, so he's got that clear view, and he knows that Alpha 4 Legends are coming down. Look at that. Alpha 4 Legend. Kaisra, hello, beautiful twin. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So Hod still trying to hold back the Alpha 4 Legend push into zone, and you can also see right on top of each other. So let's get on over to Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy coming in right in front of, I think that was, yes, Oblivion. So now Zero Mercy coming right up and in. Ooh! Freds with that nade. Oh, but now Freds does get knocked from Finial. But here comes the rest of Finial coming right up and in to try to get Fred. Oh, that Potato did not. Oh, Potato! Woo! Potato up to 6 eliminations. I'm not sure how many were left for Finial, but what a push. They did come in one at a time, giving him time to readjust with that S12, but that was really fast. Alright, so we are down to the top 4 teams, and we are right over here at the slaughterhouse, and we do have Alpha 4 Legends taking over the barns. We do have Rival 6 out there. They are just a duo. Let's see what's going on with Rival 6. They are right across from Team 14 in the fight with oh, that spray down of Manic coming right up and in. Team 14 Titanfall. So let me see if I can get over here and get a sky view of what is happening. We are at the slaughterhouse over here, Titanfall, trying to get that res off. And we do have a duel from Rival 6 and a trio from Alpha 4 Legends. So let me see if I can get as many players onto the screen down below. And it looks like Rival 6 does get another one knocked. Let's get on over and see what's going on with Dolphin. Dolphin coming out. Oh, I'm sorry, Dolphin. And there goes Dolphin. Let's check in on Hod and Zay and see what's going on. Hod does get knocked as he's trying to watch the rotation of Titanfall. Oh, legit coming right up and in with that knock. All right, let me readjust the iPad so that you guys can see the 3 remaining teams. We do have Bones from Alpha 4 Legends coming. Oh, and legit and Despise both get knocked, and so now we are down to a 1v2, a 3 if we can get Despise picked back up. And I think this is about the best I can do. Let me go ahead and put that up on the main screen so that you guys can really see where they are. We do have all 3 of them back on their feet for Alpha 4 Legend, and then 3v1v1. So let's see. Yes, y'all, make sure to leave a like. Yes, please, guys. Thank you. All right, so let's see what is going on with the other 2. So they are still out there. We do have Titanfall Arc. He is that drop right there. You know he's wishing he could get on over there and get that level 3 vest. You can see his level 2 vest is in the red, but let's check in over onto hello. I know I'm not funny, guys. I try. And now it looks like he may be trying to creep right up and he does have this terrain to help him get into the zone. You can see that the zone is on this side of the street. So Titanfall does have to come across the street right in front of all 3 of them from Alpha 4 Legend. And you can see that the blue zone is starting to push him on in. Ooh, look at this. He's going to come right up on... Oh, and he gets punished for coming up and in. So now it is... And it's over just that fast. Let me go ahead and get that iPad off of there. There you go. Alpha 4 Legend coming in first with 12 eliminations, 10 placements, 22 bomb for this first match. Every point matters. Rival 6 coming in second with 5 eliminations, and Titanfall coming in third with 9 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out. Alpha 4 Legend Despise, 6 eliminations, 976 damage. And with that, we will be jumping with Alpha 4 Legend Despise when we come right back. Be right back. And down from behind, so Fresh is the last one still standing over here in El Azahar. And let's see, all 4 of them are still standing from the celebrity killers. So let's see what's going to happen. I don't think Fresh is going to be able to get over to Nightcroy, but Fresh may be able to get on out of this. But I think they know where Fresh is. Yes, they do. Oh, what a flick by Devil. Woo! Alright, so there goes AMG out to the celebrity killers, and we still have quite a bit going on everywhere. So let's see what else is happening. And I think Dreamers Esports may end up right over here onto the Golden Fire. So the Golden Fire coming up and around. Sorry guys, it flicked over again, and I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else is happening. I think OBS is fighting with YouTube, which a lot of streamers are having that issue. Hopefully we can get through this tonight, guys. Hopefully. I don't even know what to say. Alright. Let's go. I do think the Dreamers are still coming up over here. So let's see what's happening as the Dreamers. Sorry about all of that, guys. I see that you are still on the map. I didn't click it to leave it up there that long. I did it. I think Kazuma knows that the Golden Fire are over there. They can see the vehicles. We can clearly see that purple truck, and so I think they are just getting into position now. But we do have Dom off in this. Oh, Dom, they're coming right up on you, Dom. Woo-hoo-hoo! Dom and Nader popping on up. Knew that they are coming up and around. Dom with 2 eliminations now and still trying to figure out where the last ones are. Gonna go ahead and hop in that vehicle and come down and around. Try to find the last ones of the Dreamers. Look at this. He flips over to the other side of La Batita bridge line. So he I think he saw Yum at that top, and here they come up on the backside. Dom trying to get those shots right now as TK is pushing up on the other side. Yum does go down. And I think that is it. It is it for Dreamers. Slaughter gets knocked, but we'll be able to get Slaughter picked back up and get him into zone. But I do think that Complex Esports heard all of this. So Complex Esports coming down and around now. And look at this. Can he see Slaughter up there? He can definitely see TK headed up that direction. And there goes Crisis and Panic. I'm not sure if they're on the push. I think they're just waiting for the first knock getting on over there. They don't know how many are knocked on that ridge, and they don't know if the fight is over between the 2 teams. And I think there goes the fight as they start, and here comes the push from Complex Esports. Are they gonna go? No, they are headed over to zone. They're not gonna take it because it's too far away. But look at San Martin. I gotta keep checking to make sure you guys are on the right side, on the right map. And now Fanatics, Santi Sin was knocked over here. Oh, there goes the second one from the top of the hill. Foxy, your team up on Radio Tower Hill, just causing all sorts of chaos down below in San Martin. So let me get on over here, see what's happening with the Incognite Evolution 09, trying to keep that car safe. Let's go. Oh, there. Let's see. We did the Fanatics. The Fanatics, I think, are still over here. Yes, they are. Let's see what's going on. We did lose the one from the Fanatics. Santi Zin. You got plenty of first aid. You used it, Santi Zin. You got this. Where's Jur? Jur's over here keeping an eye across the way, too. They don't want to pop their head out. Not with Infinite up on Radio Tower Hill, keeping an eye down on everything. Anita Maxwin getting a little elimination over here. Hello, XYZ. And you can see that they are all still clustered. Everybody else is pretty far away. We do have the Ice Elves holding off as Complex Esports comes in. And we've got the Real Gunners Esports coming up. Ooh, they're coming up over into... Oh, Doki from Team Control Star goes out to... Let's check in on Shaggy. Let's see, what are you doing, Shaggy? Looks like we're still trying to get Star. Oh, J-Star. J-Star, where were you? Team Control taking out J-Star, and I'm not sure which one that was. Oh, we lost Control and Doki both over here. So now, let's see what else is happening as we come on down and in. We still have the 3 teams over in that San Martin area. And we do have the Ice Elves still coming up right here behind Complex Esports. Look at that. It just doesn't want to switch over. Nothing wants to work tonight. Alright, so let's see. My ping looks like it's settling back down. My ping did go up. And I'm not sure if that's the host or my internet. My internet should be good. And there goes another knock from Anita Max Win. So let's go on over here. That was down onto the Fanatics. I think that they're getting ready to get pulled up on by Complex Esports over here. So let's see. It looks like Complex Esports is just moving on and around. I don't think they're going to be coming on over here, but it does look like, ooh, Infinite's pushing up over here in the flippy cars. So let's see what's happening as they come pushing up onto the Fanatics. The Fanatics are down to just a duo over here. We lost two of them. And I think they were off. Oh, Santi Sin. Oh, Sim from the Infinite. Foxy, your boys are just brutalizing the Fanatics. And there goes the Fanatics out to Infinite. We do get Anita Max Win knocked. But Anita Max Win taking two of those eliminations. And we still have one knock across the street from Incognite Evolution. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Alpha 4 Legend with that winner chicken dinner, 22 total points. Titanfall Esports at 14. Manic coming in third with 13. And we already have several eliminations popping up. We are headed into match 2, Miramar, and I'll let you see that on the iPad. We have not started yet, so I'll leave these scores up. Let me check in, see. Oh, we are missing all of Team 10. The EXO Elites need to come on in. We're slowly filling up. Omerta Esports. Everybody else is in their seats and ready to go. I'm not exactly sure where the EXO Elites, the EXO Elites are. They are the host team, so you would assume that they do have the scores. I would hope so anyway, but we have not started yet. We got a 1-minute warning again, and they are talking, so let's see. What are they saying? Let me go ahead and mute for a second, take a little more water. My throat is dry. Alright, so they still haven't started the room. I did get another drink of water though. I don't know why you guys don't like the sound of my water bottle. Oh, I just realized I'm cutting off half the standings. There you go. That's much better. And they did just start. So this time we are jumping with Alpha 4 Legend Despise. 6 eliminations, 976 damage. So let me go ahead and get that up there for you. Get this off my screen. There we go. And let's get down to Alpha 4 Legend Despise. And put him on the screen. There's your last match top fragger. We match up their feet. And I'm not going to get there in time. Oh, I almost had it. Alright, here we go, guys. Match number 2. We are headed into Miramar. Oh. There we go. Matched him up. We're coming in from Puerto Parisi all the way down at that southeast side, going across the top of Los Leones through the center of Monte Nuevo and dumping off in that western wasteland way over by the wall. So there's your flight path, and we've got several teams jumping off right at the start. Let me check on down here. Alpha 4 Legend also off the plane, but they're not too far away from Rival 6. We do have the 2 teams. It looks like T Games are right over there with K19 in Impala. Maybe our first fight. Does look like Alpha 4 Legend is going to be fine, so I'm going to go over to T Games and check in on what is happening, as they are They are headed to Impala, and it may be our first fight over here. I'll go ahead and check. Oops, I'll go ahead and, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and check in on the rest of the flight path. Hello, Rex, Dr. Chemist in the house, and we did have quite a few shots already going off. Let's see. I do see that K19, all 4 of them are doing just fine. Let's see what's going on offline. Looks like all 4 of them from T Games are also doing just fine, trying to push up behind K19. And Lucky getting the Cocoa Frog. And King is down to about 1 HP out of all that. Pedrino does not seem like K19 is having all that much luck over here in Impala. They were one of the first teams to get into a fight in Erangel as well. So we did lose Pedrino, and they are now a 3v3 over here. And it looks like Team Entity is in a fight. Let's see where this is going on up here. If I can click on it, let's see what's happening over here. Ooh, not the greatest place to be. Entity all coming after the solo from Team 14 Titanfall Esports. Shing is the last one still standing, and he has nothing to his name, but it does look like he's going to get away from Entity. Entity getting the 3-piece, but letting the solo get away is interesting. Lucky on the 6-time spray, trying to find, and Fred's from Rival 6 getting knocked from the vehicle. I'm not sure where that is, but if you look down below, I will show you the map in just a moment. Looks like they're getting ready to push up and in onto the solo right here. And it does go down to Mika. Does go down. Lucky down to 1 HP. Lucky getting lucky again. So let's see what else is going on. I think Crash is the last one still standing up at the church in Impala. So he's throwing the smokes, giving his position away. If they didn't know where he was, they definitely do now. So let's see what's happening. Yes, it looks like King and Offline are both on their way up, and I think Lucky is getting into position. Let's see, he may see Lucky coming around that edge. We'll have to pay attention to that. King, King, he just saw your feet with that. Yeah, King's taking those shots with that M12, or is that Lucky? I'm not sure which one's taking the shots at him, but we do have a Vector with 44 ammo in the shotty. No, it doesn't look like Crash got a whole lot of ammo or loot going on. He does have a level 1 vest. Let's go. Let's check in on what. Oh, I do hear the footsteps coming up and in. Let me check in on the iPad while we watch the rest of this. I do see Oblivion over here with CBK Esports. It looks like Oblivion taking the dips right over here at the Abbey in Chumasera, but I think Top Frags is just trying to get some information on the off angles. Let's see. Santy B looks like he's wrapping around, and I think Frags may be in trouble as he's trying to get on out of there. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I think Sandy B is going to end up finding Top Frags on what is happening right over here. Oh, but Top Fraggers finds him. There goes Santy B. That was a tough rotation. So let's go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys can check in on where your teams are. You can see that our zone is pretty far to the north. And let's get on over to Oblivion. I'm not sure what that was all about with Sandy B. I'm not sure if he just didn't know that they were that close. And Sleek now getting some damage from that nade. Sleek does get, look at this, Sleek does get a molly over onto that push, and those nades are coming up short. Let's check in on Yami. Yami right on over here knows where that molly was launched, and they're using all their utilities. Very nice play by, oh. Look at the flick from Yami. Yami went over onto CBK, and I think CBK is now down to just the solo, but they are both now getting that res off. So we do have a 2v2, and it looks like Valverde is gonna just come right up and in. Woo! He does. Oh, Oblivion finishing it off, the 2v3 push. GG's, Oblivion. Alright, so let me go ahead and put that iPad back up there so you can check in on your teams. They are in the rotations. We do have Manic down in Puerto Paraiso, not too far away from Made in Nepal. And let's see what else is going on. Let's check in over onto the blue. We do have Absolute Pain coming up along that southern shore, but they're not too far away from the Finial as well, so we might have a fight. But it does look like Finial is headed over to Chumacera, but we're not too far away from, let's check in on Fred's. Fred's not having the best of luck with vehicles at the start of this game. Oh, he does know. He does know that Absolute Pain is down there, but it looks like Absolute Pain is going to go ahead and rotate below this ridge line, and Fred's doesn't have the eyes down on the road. So I think they're going to be fine. We do have OTB from my YouTube chat. OTB is right down here. We did lose QXZZ, and I'm not sure where that eliminate. And I'm not sure who they got into a fight. Maybe Absolute Pain, and Absolute Pain does not have an eliminations. Maybe it was Fred. Let me check. Maybe they were doing it on that rotation. And no, Vinial does not have an eliminations either. So I'm not exactly sure who they got in a fight with. I do see the Oblivion is headed right over towards Omerta, so let's get on over to Omerta, check in on what is happening over here, because Omerta does have an eliminations, but they also left the quadruple X, and look at this, Oblivion coming right up and in onto the Big Yell. Alright, so it does look like Oblivion stopped right at the edge, so they're not going to end up right in the lap, but Manic is not too far away from T-Games. We have Dark Side Knights not too far away from Team Entity. We do have a solo way up in Toramunda, the solo from that early fight down with Team Entity ran all the way across the map to Toramunda. Now that is putting some space between you and them. OTB all along that prison island. We do have Absolute Pain wrapping up and around that south side. Let me go ahead and put the iPad back up there so you guys can check it in on your teams yourselves, figure out where everything is. And I think Dark Side Knights, Team Entity may end up in some issues over here. Let's check in on what's going on with them. They're over here at the intersection, not too far away from the car spawn Hacienda. You can see that they are driving around in the Golden Murano. They're not that far away from Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend in first at the moment. We got Bambanini. I hope I'm saying your name at least close to right. You guys know I struggle with some of your names. And ooh, I think we're gonna have another fight right on over here. So let's check in with Team 13, Team Games. You can see that Rival 6 are up in that compound right above, and you know Rival 6 are already watching on down. Hello, Fetty Chi, big fan. Let's see what Daka is doing. What do you have a nade out for? I'm not sure. Maybe he's just checking. There you go. Alright, so not a lot going on there as well. So right now it's just pretty much getting their spots into the zones, making sure that their backs are clear, keeping an eye on where their teams are coming on in. We do have a split right here between Entity. Entity did go to the north side, and they are pretty far apart for this Miramar match, at least 200 meters or more away from each other. So let's see, I'm not exactly sure who you guys want to watch. We already know that several of you have already called out for OTB in the map, or in the YouTube chat, and they are down here in that minus divide, and they're not too far away from, what is he doing over there? So look at this split. Look at the split. Let me go ahead and get the iPad off just for a second. We do have Absolute Pain all the way over in Chumasera. We've got one in the Southern Farms of Los Leon, and the other duo just went straight through downtown Puerto Paraiso. That is the craziest split I've seen. Alright, so I think Absolute Pain may be in trouble over here. He does have the team coming right up and on top of him. And look at this. We already have OTB coming up. Yusuf not that far away. So 14, I don't know if you have a vehicle, but you do have a squad coming on in. We'll stay here for just... Oh, Yusuf! Oh! Yusuf already finding the solo. I'm not sure what that split was all about. I really don't understand it, guys, but maybe it's just lack of communication. Alright, I think Darkside Knights may be getting Team Entity coming up onto them. So let's check in over here. We're over at the intersection again. We got the Grays in the barn just to the east side, or the west side, sorry, of the car spawn. So let's see, very slow start to this match. Everybody knows that these points matter. So I'll go ahead and put that iPad back up there. You guys gotta let me know in the chat who you want to check in on. You can see that OTB is coming in. We still have the Titanfall solo all the way up in Torremunda. It is still pretty quiet, and we're only in zone 2 at the moment. So let's see, or are we in zone? Yeah, zone 2. Zone 3 about ready to pop. Let's go, and we are headed over towards. Ooh, we shifted. What a shift. We went to that northeast side. So let's go ahead and pay attention to where these teams are going. I still think we're going to have a team. Let me check in on where Team Entity is going. Hello, Nexus OP. Nexus does have most of this free space in front of them, so they're going to be the first to get wherever they want to go. I'm worried about the solo from Titanfall coming on down to this north side, because I feel like we're going to have some teams setting up on that El Azahar top, because it is a good spot to check in on. And now look at this Manic coming right up and in between all these trees. That truck has some issues. There's a smoking mobile, and Rival 6 is picking off these teams as they are coming on in. Let's get on over to Rival 6. They were quiet for quite a bit of this early match, and now we do have a Murta down in that, and I think a Murta does need to push up and in. They do. So let's check in over on Go OTB. I see you, Octa. I see you. They are still doing fine. They are coming up and in behind Urza Esports and Finial, though, so they may have some issues. They are using that blue zone. They are wrapping around. They may be going to the north side of the zone, which is a good play. So they're not going to be in the middle with all these teams in that fight. Let me go ahead and show you on that screen. There you go. You can see that they are down in that southwest edge of the blue zone. So they're just going to ride the blue zone wave right on in. So let's go. Let me check in on the fights that are going on. I did see a fight right up in here. Absolute pain. Again, these splits. He's emoting. He's emoting. Dobro, what are you doing, Dobro? Trying to get those shots up onto Manic. And Vortex shutting that down. We do have T-Games right over here in the truck stop, and they're coming. Let's see. I did see another team not too far away from them. They do have company on the way. Let's see if I can get over to Rival 6. Come on. There we go. Oh, right when I got that. Right when I got that. Oh, look at that. Urza getting into the fight. Alright, so we do have Rival 6 coming up. We got Finial. Oh, Finial. Sexlix going on down to that M249. We got Fedici coming up along this ridgeline. He knows that they're hurt right there. Gonna go ahead and throw that smoke, making sure that he is covered. Oh, no. Freds, what did you do? Alright, so let's see. It is down to Daka now. Daka, the last one's still standing. Getting ready to throw that nade in that M249, just finishing him off. And Freds, oh, look at this. Freds up to 2 eliminations. Let's see what else is happening now. We got all sorts of chaos going on. We still have, look at this, we still have OTV riding the blue wave right on into zones. Let's see, Zero Mercy. There goes the code. And it looks like we have Alpha 4 Legend with Zero Mercy and Urza Esports right on over here. We got Mickey trying to get ready with that grenade. Let's see. Zero Mercy does take down Dakota B. Oh, let's see. I think that is it. Yeah, he's out. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little more. We do have, looks like Manic in another fight on over here. Let's check in on Vortex. We're over at the truck stop. You could see that made in Nepal. Right here with, oh, T-Games pulling right up and in. Oh, in that buggy. So now it's just up to Vortex. Vortex is the last one still standing, but we also have Made in Nepal pushing right up and in. Oh, Vortex just sees Made in Nepal right up that window. Or was that Urza? I'm not even sure who that was at this point. But, oh, it was Made in Nepal. Vortex taking down the water boy, but Made in Nepal winning that match. So now let's get back over to Made in Nepal if we can, and find out what happens with the push from T-Games. Is T-Games coming down? Let's check. Looks like T-Games may not be getting into that. Looks like they're pulling away. They are in zone though, so I'm not sure why they pulled away. Oh, look at this. OTB has Oblivion driving right at them. So there go. Oh, and Yami goes out to Team Entity. So now it looks like Sleek is gonna end up right on top of Nexus OP or Iraq. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. You can see that T-Fall, that solo coming through those Alaska Mountains. So let's go. And there goes Yummy. Alright, so we do have a fight down in that southwest corner. Let's see what's going on with Zero Mercy. I think we just missed that. Yes, we did. But Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend in first place, coming right up and in onto Zero Mercy now. They did get the back, but they got the res off, so this is kind of a late push. Oh, and Bowman's getting found by Finial from across the way, and so now let's check in on Despise. Despise, you already know that there is a third-party crossfire. And he does get punished. He does get punished from Zero Mercy across that way. And his back was wide open to that off angle. So now it's just down to Riz. Riz trying to come. Oh, what a push! What a push! All right. So I'm not sure they were paying attention to to Finial coming on down, but now here comes Finial on the third party push. Can they be more successful than their predecessor? We do have Zero Mercy. It looks like Potato getting ready to throw those nades, but now they're getting punished from Entity. Team Entity up on top of that ridge. And our zone does pop again. We're going to the west of Truck Stop. And let's see. Potato keeping it. Oh! Oh, Finial with that nade right up and over, and here comes Boops with the nade back over towards, and we do have Finial still coming in. Let's check in on what the Freds is doing over here. What the Freds is happening here? Let's see. Alright, and it looks like Blues is the first one to push right up and in, and Blues gets punished on this push, but now it is down to Freds and Chris. Chris, what are you doing over here? The Inspector, I think it's going to try to get Boops up, but here comes the Blue, and the Blue is really hard. And Chris does not connect with that nade, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and head into the zone. And now we've got a bunch of chaos over on this eastern edge. Let's get on over to OTB. OTB for Octa. Oh, and its tires splatter. Let's check in on Darwin and Yusuf. Darwin and Yusuf still over here in that truck stop area. Nowhere that Darwin goes is available. And there goes Zero Mercy out to the Blue. Because at this point we're in stage 6 and the Blue chunks extremely fast. Even these boys are right there on that ridge. So let's see. Let's go check in on Maiden Nepal. I hear a lot of shots going off. Let's see what's going on. Swaz going out to the Blue. And Domain just making it in out of that edge zone. So let's see. Let's check in on Omerta. Omerta over here. And it looks like Ninos is up to 2 eliminations, but he is getting helped by Entity OP. Oh, Entity top with that nade up and over, and Entity top cleaning that up. Top of the 4 eliminations. I'm not sure if that was a squad wipe, but GG top. That was well played. He did get that off angle right on over onto the team. So now we are down to the top 4 teams. You can see that Team Entity is controlling this zone. All these players that you see down in the truck stop, they all have to come right, cycle right there, waiting for them to come out of those compounds. And we do have Top and Ace OP right behind them. And here comes Maiden Nepal. Domain the first one to move out to that rock, but he takes the east side of the rock where all the teams are already over here in the zone, but he doesn't want the angle from the top of the hill. Now it does look like, oh yeah, Entity OP, Entity finding them, and now Darwin goes out, denying the point. So let's go ahead and get that off of there. Team Entity coming in first with 10 eliminations. GG Team Entity, 20 total points for this Miramar match. OTB, let me see. Hello, hola, gutsy plays. OTB, let me see it in the chat. Coming in second with 4 eliminations. Made in Nepal coming in third with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 and 17. If you remember, Exo Elites did miss this match. Entity top coming in as the top fragger. Top for the top. 4 eliminations, 693 damage. And with that, we will be jumping with Team Entity when we come right back. We should have some live scores. Be right back. T4 just got picked back up, but we are keeping an eye across the way. And it looks like we had a team move up and in. Look at this. Celebrity Killers came up along the radio tower hill. So they were right on over here as well. Oh, there goes my ping again. Alright, so I'll let you guys go ahead and watch his liability living up to his name. I'm sure his driving skills through Miramar is why his car insurance is so high. Oops. I put my iPad down on that, so get up there. Come on, go. Alright, so looks like we're going to come in from this eastern edge of San Martin. Wrapping up and around. They may end up in the lap of Digital Age, because Digital Age is coming in from that north side. I'll go ahead and put the iPad up and make sure it's down. We do have a donut zone going from Crater Fields down to Power Grid. So now you saw me flick that over. If we end up on it on top of or over onto the map again, it's not me, guys. Alright, so Digital Age, all 4 of them up here on Cell Tower Hill. So we do also have Team 7 coming down. Never mind. And it looks like we do have the Celebrity Killers across the way as well. So it looks like Liability may be coming up and around onto the Digital Age. You can see Liability right there on that edge. You can see that he's driving, probably trying to get the off angle in the dip that's back there by that shack. So let's see. Make sure to like the stream while you're here. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you. Yes, liking the stream does help all of our community out. Gets us pushed out to more people to view, to see what you guys are up to. Alright, so let's see. Let's go back on over to Team Control, because they went straight to Center Zone. They're on top of Mount Kilimanjaro. And I think Robin can see Wishy straight across from there. Might have seen the rotation, but you can see the rest of Team 9 right down below. So we do have 3 teams over here. We've got Control over here, Unique Legacy, and across the way you can see, ooh, it's Mickey. Hello Mikey. Hello Mikey for the Ice Elves. So we did see the Ice Elves. Fruity Sush doing some swimming over into Erangel. Let's see how his mountain goat climbing his ability is. And everybody just getting over here into Center Zone. We do have Broken Spirit. Let's go check in on Broken Spirit over here. Hello, Toxic for you. He is right across. I believe that's Team 7. Never mind. Uzi again. I keep wanting to call him Uzi now. But we do have another knock. Let's see. Where is this? We got... Alright, that's long distance. It's still across the street, but we do have Liability. Keeping an eye on the Golden Fire back here. Let's see. Are they taking the shots over at the Golden Fires? Oh, look at that. TK, he is keeping an eye on your rotation, letting them know that they're going around. Let's see. TK bringing in the rear. So let's go. So our zone's getting ready to pop. I'll go ahead and put the the iPad back up there. Now you can check in on where your teams are. We still have them up on the hills to the east of Mount Kilimanjaro. So not on Mount Kilimanjaro, and we do have most of these teams that need to rotate on in. So Azbek, let me put Azbek back up on the screen. You guys see me click that off. Let's hope it stays off. And Nemo, where did you guys leave Nemo? Is he off looking for Dory again? Nehan. Oh, it's much easier with all 4 wheels down, Nehan. No, it looks like he came right up and in onto Complex Esports. Ooh, Complex Esports in this line of sight for for several teams. So Broken Spirits in that fight, let's see. Broken Spirits was right up and over here. Let's check in on where Broken Spirits, they're all up in there. I'm not sure who Teddy found. I thought that said Teddy, but maybe not. Alright, let's see what's going. Let's stay here with Real Gunners Esports just for a second. And Coffin gets knocked from across that way. So now Nahan's still trying to get those, still pointing him out. You can see that he's pointing him out. Let me check in on Aztec over here. Aztec trying to get some Bumbaclat into his sight there. So let's see. Nahan's still over here. Oh no! I guess coming down from the top of that ridge line. I'm sorry, Nahan. Alright, so Broken Spirits right over here with never mind. I'm not sure if that fight is still going on. I did see a knock, but it doesn't look like Nevermind is coming in. But let's go back on over to the Ice Elves. Azbek, I'm so sorry, Azbek. And I can't click on anything. There it goes. Alright, so Celebrity Killers, they are coming on down. I did see Incognite Vampire with a knock. Let's see what's going on over here. Looks like they might be in a fight. Oh, they're right here with the Digital Age. Let's switch on over here. Vampire right here with the Digital Age liability. Vampire up to 4 eliminations again. Still trying to get right on through that Zendry with that knock. So now go ahead and leave you here for just a second and let me scroll on in. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Alpha 4 Legend with the winner chicken dinner, 25 total points. Team Entity with that winner chicken dinner, 22 total points. Zero Mercy right behind him at 21 total points. We are headed into the chaos of Rondo. So let me show you that we do have everyone in their seats. We're missing a couple from CBK Esports South America, but we do have Exo Elites in their seats this time, so we are only missing one player. Oh, one in, one out, one in, one out. Let me go ahead and put those scores back up there. Don't forget, this is the XO Elite $700 Conquest Trials. This is semifinals group C and D. Every point matters. Top 14 of all 4 of the groups. The overall standings of the top 14 teams will be moving on to finals. So each of these teams are counting every last point. And it looks like we have a full lobby this time. Look at that. Everyone in their seats this time. It's just seconds away from the start of the 3rd match for group C and D. And I'll switch it over as soon as they hit go, and we'll jump with the top fragger of the last match, which was Entity. Top 4 eliminations, 693 damage. So let's go ahead and get that up there. Let me check, make sure I switched it over. I did. Let me put that iPad up there while we have a second. There we go. And go down to Team Entity top and get him on the screen. Look at this beautiful, well, as soon as it loads in. And let's see, Entity top. There he is, guys, right there. It looks like Team Entity is slow to get their whole team in there. Let me put that iPad up there so you guys can really check in on the flight paths. And let me switch over on my own to Entity top. Top. There we go. It looks like Psycho entered the building, or entered the match, so we should be good to go. We've got all players set and ready. Gorgeous map of Rondo. Alright. We're just seconds away from our third flight path of tonight. Out of 5. We do have 5 matches. After Rondo, we have Erangel and Miramar. I'm going to go ahead and put that map up there. Here we go. And the flight path over on that western edge from Erangel all the way up to Nanchang. We are going across the top of the stadium, a very hot drop. Zhaotin and Yulin both have a lot of players headed there. We also have Test Track and Neox Factory, which it seems like those are hot as well. I don't know how much you guys know about the Rondo map, but that's what seems to be happening here. So let's go on down and see what's happening. We do have Absolute Pain, Exo Elites, and K19. They are all jumping off at the very start of the flight path. And Omerta. Looks like Omerta headed on over towards that western edge. We do have quite a cluster coming off just to the south of Yulin. So we do have the other half of Omerta right there with Rival 6. And let's see. Looks like Entity jumping off, headed over to Zhaotin. And I think they are alone, but let's get on over here to Urza Esports, right? And landing with Finial and Team 14 Titan Ball. So let's see what's going on. It does look like Urza coming right over here. Titanfall already finding Mickey. Mickey is right there, and Chris, I think that was Chris. Yes, Chris from Finial gets taken out. Let's go up to the top of this and see what's happening up here. As we have Shing from Titanfall coming right over the top of that. So there you go. I'll stay here for just a minute. Let's check. We have a very central to the south zone. So we are going all the way. An empty and so loud, and we got some chaos over here. Let's see what's going on with Titanfall and CBK. That is, they're not too far away. It looks like CBK may be pulling away. Titanfall Nova did go all the way to that north, and they are getting away. Urza is also headed over. Don't forget they have recalls. And it looks like Minhao. Let's go up to that very north side. Oh, Decode there coming right for you. You are a solo over here. Let's see what Decode can do. Hello, Decode, before we get on out of here. So, third Rondo. Let's go, says Kaiser. Yes. Decode, get your gun out. Here they come. Here they come. And just between him and this screen, look at this. He's just staying really, really quiet. But they could probably see Decode does come out. Just get it knocked. And Titanfall finishing that off. So now let's get up over here, because I saw that there are a bunch of teams over here by OTB. Looks like OTB did go to the north, but we do have Made in Nepal coming right up and in over here. Let's see what's happening. And they do have a 2-2 over here with OE, Oblivion Esports. And it doesn't look like they're going to take that fight. They're just going to go ahead and head over with their team. We do have the Dark Side Knights all nestled on in there. And let's see, Urza. Looks like Urza is over here maybe trying to chase down Titanfall Nova. Let me go ahead and put the map up. Everybody's kind of separated out. This is a very large zone. I'm used to the smaller zones. I'm not sure if that's an esports setting zone, but this looks like a standard size zone this time, so I'm not sure about what that is. And it does look like they rotated. It looks like Made in Nepal rotated up and around. They still have Oblivion Esports right down in that compound below them, and here comes the rest of Made in Nepal. You can see that their vehicles are coming up, and let's see, I think they're just trying to figure out how many of them there are down there in the compound for Oblivion. And Oblivion definitely paying attention to Made in Nepal. Looks like Sleek getting his weapons ready, because here comes the push onto this duo from a full 4-man team, and you can see that Made in Nepal they did get all that information. They figured out where the players are. Sleek trying to hold them off before they come right up in, and it is a 2v4 at this point. Molly's coming out, trying to push Sleek over towards that edge, and oh, there goes a knock, and I did miss through that nade, but we do have top frags up in there, all getting into that position from Oblivion. Ooh, Made in Nepal going down to this, and there they go. Made in Nepal. I'm not sure if Waterboy was here. No, he is. We got Rattle Boy. He is all the way down at the other side. Looks like Yalen is getting the... Oh, but here comes OTB. Here you go. OTB now coming up and over on top of this ridgeline right to the north of where Oblivion just got in that fight. Now, the question is, are we going to have the third party over here? Yusuf. Oh, Q, X, Z with that knock. And so they do have the knock down on top frags. And let's see, I think we got somebody down on the ground already over there. Darwin getting ready to throw those nades up and over, but Darwin gets caught out with that nade in his hand as Oblivion. The duo comes pushing right up and in, but they Oblivion are a duo, and I think, no, they did get the rest of the team come up and in. Let's go down to Oblivion and see what's happening with them, because they're down 2 players now, and they still have OTB right around the outside of them. I'm not sure if OTB is going to go ahead and push on in. Yusuf is not that far away, but Sleek does have eyes over onto Yusuf. Yusuf throwing those nades up and over. And look at this. Sleek. Ooh, Sleek trying to... Sleek! With that jump shot over the top of that wall, taking out Yusuf. So now let's see what Iberi is doing. It looks like he may be going back over to... Oh, that. So now we do have Oblivion Esports up to 6 eliminations. So let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. It looks like Nexus Nexus is getting into a fight over here with Rival 6. So let me get that on this. Oops, let me get that on the screen for you guys. There you go. And Darkside Knight. Oh, Rival 6. Did you take them out? So they're up to 6 eliminations. We got a cluster going on over here. I'm not sure what's going on with Finial. Finial, I just saw Zero Mercy, and it looks like they are gatekeeping this recall tower. So let's see what is happening with Zayn from Manic. Zayn from Manic coming right on through. You can see that CBK was not too far away. That is CBK South America, guys. South America. Makes you wonder what their ping is probably, but they did lose Santa B and lunches. I'm not sure. Alright, so this is, let's see. Let me go ahead and put the iPad back up there so you can check in on all the rotations, all the places these guys like to call home. And we do have Entity. Looks like our last top fragger, taking those shots downhill at Rival 6. You can see Rival 6 in there already. And, ooh, what a shot right over onto Rival 6 Hollow. So he does have Hollow down. Sex Flicks getting ready to get those smokes up. And the rest of Rival 6 are over in that compound. I see some shots right on back, and I'm not sure if he's gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna push that. Ooh, because he is getting third party now. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. I see a cluster of teams right over here. We've got Titanfall on top of T Games. So let's see what's going on. Arc coming on in. It looks like he might be headed over to Omerta. Omerta taking over these tankers. These tankers have great loot, so they are not loot poor over here. Are getting punished quite a bit, down to about 30% health, but it does look like he may be able to get out of there with about 5 HP, 1 EMP, don't hit those guards. Ooh, he's trying to get over there. And we still have the fight going on right above him. Let's get up over to Manic. Manic now just Hot. Hot is the last player, but Hot is also headed off towards the recall center, getting shot at as he's trying to drive away. So now let's see what else is happening. Let's go check in on the Exo Elites. They do have Team 5 pushing up onto them. K19 Esports. Let's see. K19 going all the way around to the... Oh, look at this. And there goes our zones. We do have a couple of EMP zones. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up because we are having fights all over the place. And I want you to be able to see where your teams are. Let me go over here to Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal, not too far away from the dark side. Nice. We got Evil Bert right over here taking those shots up the hill at Domain. And Domain, it looks like maybe he's wrapping around. Oh, man, the Water Boy finds him. So now let me check in on Timeless. Timeless coming up, and oh, gonna go ahead and get some tires splattered. And the EMP zone coming on in now. And let's see, does he, no, he's not going to be able to get out of there. As we know that, the EMP, he got into the car thinking he could drive out of there, but he does not get the chance. We do have Ifwick over here getting the recall though. So Ifwick was able to get the recall going. Let me see what else is happening with the rest of the map. OTB. OTB right over here from my YouTube chat. They are right here with Entity. They can see Entity up on that corner. There goes a duo from Entity pushing right in front of Yusuf, but Entity is a full 4-man team. Looks like they're picking up their solo and OTB trying to get those shots right across onto him. OTB and Entity both out here in the blue zone. While we watch this, let me go ahead and scroll on in. There's nobody over on the eastern or the western edge, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll in as much as I can to get all these teams. And I think all the teams that are hard to see in the blue are already in the zone. We are in stage 3, and as you guys know, the zone is going to start punishing these players. And let's see, it looks like we got a fight with Rival 6. Let me find Rival 6. Where are you? And let's click on it over here, see what's happening with Rival 6. They are in a fight with Alpha 4 Legend. Fetty Chi and Daka both are knocked, so I think they're going to be able to get Daka picked back up. Fetty Chi is taken out though, so let's see what is going on. As here comes CBK South America. They're coming in from that edge line where Alpha 4 Legend are already covering, but they're Santi B able to get sniped, and now here comes the rest of the push, and so now we do have Rival 6 down to just a duo on that outside. We did lose 2 of them. It does look like Luncho over here should be able to get picked back up, as long as they do get picked up, because here comes Alpha 4 Legend and the rest of Rival 6. Rival 6 coming in, but they drop down in here with level 1 stuff against the other team. And Fetty Chi gets knocked again, and now let's go. Ooh, that nade. Knocking, watching that nade bounce off the roof right next to him, and we have 4 teams over here now. Let's go back over here. It looks like we did get back up to a duo over here, and Alpha 4 Legend coming around that outside. While we watch this fight, let me go ahead and scroll on in a little more so you guys can pay attention to where your teams are. This is the way we're watching right now. You can see Dark Side Knights is even right here, and we are just on the edge of the blue at this recall center. OTB over there in a fight now with Titanfall. So I mean, it looks like OTB is moving out, and so Nick Boys is the last one still standing. So let's see if Nick Boys can get Can't get CTB picked back up. Let me go ahead and check in on the Dark Side Knights as they are coming right on in. We do have this fight going off, but oh, what happened there? Ooh. Let me check in on the iPad. Let me go ahead and take the iPad off. I'm not sure what just happened with that, but maybe we can get that fixed. While we watch the rotations. And nope, I'll have to try to fix that during our break, guys. Alright, so let's see what else is happening with the rest of this. We do have quite a bunch of chaos going on over here. Let's go over to Absolute Pain. Hello, Shar. They are right over here with the Titanfall and Team Entity. Team Entity. Despise is able to find, and so now we are down to just a duo for Absolute Pain, and we do have Absolute Pain trying to hold down the push from Entity coming up and over the back edge. But let's check in on Top. Top was the last match top fragger, but he has been knocked. And we got ASOP coming right up and in and does get taken down. So now it's just up to Nexus to stop the push from AP. This is Absolute Pain. Hell, the snake could be good right up and over onto. And does he get it? Oh, look at that. What a nade. What a clutch play by Nexus OP. Not only does he finish off the team, but he is going to be able to get his teammates picked back up. And I'm not sure if maybe that got the iPad back up there or not, but let's get on over here and find out what is happening with Rival 6. And they're right on the edge of the blue. Let's see, they do have the other teams. I'm not sure what's happening with the iPad, guys. Alright, DACA going out. So now CBK South America is down to just a solo. Does have Despise across from him. Despise is also a solo at this point. Yes, he is. He's up to 4 eliminations though. So let's see what CBK can do down below. And I'm gonna keep messing with my iPad so that maybe we can get some sky views towards the end of this. Not exactly sure what's wrong with it. Exo Elites, they are getting pulled up on, but the rest of Exo Elites trying to get him. Look at this. He's down to 1 HP as he's coming through this lowland swamp. So he's trying to push away from and Kari does take him down, but Kari also is found. So now we're down to Dark Side Knights. We're down to the top 7 teams, and they are still coming in and around. Let's see what else is happening. And it looks like K19 going out to the blue over here. Tamika, can you get the zone? Look at how the blue is punishing Tamika. Gonna go ahead and try to heal up and get the zone, but this zone is hurting. Let's go over to Amerta. Amerta is in zone right up here in the mountains. Let me see if my iPad is back up yet. And still nothing. So let's go. Let's see. Maybe the connector, guys. Maybe. Alright, so one of them from Amerta does get found, but we do have the emergency cover. They did bring it on down. Let's go. We're going to go ahead and smoke some of this. We do have the mountain at our back, so it's fairly decent usage, but we are only in stage 6, so they do have a couple more stages to get in. We still have 6 teams as well, so hopefully they have a couple more of these emergency flare sticks in their backpacks. Alright, let's see. Entity coming right up and around on that backside. Let me check in on Nexus. Nexus on that scouting mission trying to figure out where Omerta is. And we still have the Dark Side Knights over on this side trying to come up right next to. Let's see, who was that? I just heard something go off. I'm not exactly sure. Let's check in on XO Elites. XO Elites are down to just a solo unknown, trying to get those shots across on over on to the Dark Side Knights. Let's see. Now it looks like he's gonna go ahead and circle around where Oblivion has already found a spot up on that ridgeline. Unknown is able to get out of that buggy without much damage, so he may be able to get on in there. Let me see, is this up yet? Nope, it is still not, guys. I'm not exactly sure what is happening at this point. Unknown gets found by the Dark Side Knights, so let's see what else is happening in here. We're down to the top 3 teams. Let's get on over to, ooh, look at this. Wavering up to 7 eliminations, but he does have the Dark Side Knights down south of him, or downhill from him, and we do have Entity to the north. I hear the emergency flares or emergency covers coming on down again. And I'm not sure if that's Top. Top is a solo up to 6 eliminations. I can't quite figure out who is bringing those down. It might be the Dark Side Knights. Let's switch on down to the Dark Side Knights. It's really hard when we can't see from above. So let's go. We do have the sticks coming out. We are in stage 7. Much better usage of them at this late stage, but let's see. I can't quite see where our zone is. It does look like Top needs to come on in just yet, so Top still trying to get into zone. We do have a trio from the Dark Side Knights, a trio from Oblivion Esports. Oblivion right over. Oh, killed, finding Yummy. Yummy was right there on top of that vehicle. Looked like they were just standing on top of it. And Top, look at Top trying to smoke his way down off that ridge line to get into zone over here. So now we still have the 3 teams. We have Dark Side Knights 3v2, and we are down to the last 2 teams over here. Looks like Killed trying to get those sprays, and Killed is the last one still standing. Killed down to 1 HP. Is he going to be able to get that heal off? Oh, here they come right up and over. It was Wavering. Oh, Wavering with that nade right on top. GG's. Coming in first. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Coming in first. Oblivion with 12 eliminations, 10th placement, 22 total points for this Rondo match. Coming in second, the Dark Side Knights with 11 eliminations. Coming in second. And Team Entity with 13 eliminations. 8 for Wavering. 7 for Top. Top was the top fragger of the last match. GG, Top fraggers. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. We did have all 18 teams, or 16 teams in here. Oblivion Esports Dr. Waver. Thought that said Wavering. I thought it was an anyway. 8 eliminations, 1,259 damage. With that, we will be jumping with Dr. Waver when we come right back for match number 4. Be right back. And now, put that iPad up so you guys can figure out where your teams are. We still have 11 teams in this. And let me see. Looks like Nevermind over here in the fight with Broken Spirits. Let's go and check what is happening over in Nevermindville. So let's see. They're still trying to get on into zone, but they're coming right on in. Look at this ridgeline. We have Incognite Evolution. We got the Golden Fire. We got Sandu down to 1 HP. Sandu, 1 HP trying to come into the zone, and he does make it into the zone just under the rest of these teams. So now let's see the rest of these teams trying to come on in. Let me check over onto... Oh, there goes Zendry from the digital age going out over here too. Sandu, he has 1 HP and zero first aids. Oh no, Shikari now still trying to hold him off, and Shikari gets found by Incognite Evolution. We do have the Ice Elves right up on this ridge line. They are still outside of zone. They still need to come on in. And let's see, Foxy, let me check in on your team, as they does look like they sent Sin to come in and try to get an anchor in here. Ooh, he is on this dip, which this dip is OP if they can take it. Oh, look at that. He just looks straight on down and is able to get it. Does get an elimination that fast. Let's see. Go ahead and scroll on in, because that's as far as we can go scrolling in. Sim. Oh, we're down to two players now. Four Infinite over here. So now Infinite trying to throw some mokes. He's just barely on this edge, and oh, Incognite Evolution. So now we're just down to Sim up on the top. Now trying to get the revenge down onto Evolution, but Incognite Evolution. But look across the way, we got, woo-hoo-hoo! He gets another elimination, trying to get the third. He gets the third one. He has a third knock right on down below, and he cleared him out. So now he's gonna be able to get on over and maybe pick up his team. He's got some smokes. He should be able to pick his team up. And so now let's go over to the other side and find out what's going on. The Ice Elves going out over here to Napoleon. Napoleon just getting an elimination, trying to push up on this backside. There goes another one from the Ice Elves. Possibly the rest of the Ice Elves. Dominator Dom over on the other side going down. Let's see what's happening. Yes, he is out, so Slaughter is the last one still standing, trying to come up this ridge line on this side. So the Broken Spirits down to just a duo, but we still have Teddy. We know that Teddy does come up and in. He does know how to survive, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Yes. Oh, we got a couple of them knocked right on over here. Look at this. Oh. So now Incognite Evolution trying to get, is he going to be able to pick up? We broke. I feel you. I broke too. Alright, so let's go. Let me see if I can get a sky view over here so you guys get a good view of what the chaos is on this ridge line just to the west of San Martin. So let's go back it up just a little bit. I think we can almost get all of our players in here. We still have 6 teams left. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up so you guys get a sky view of where all these teams are. You can see that we've got teams right down on this ridge line. We are on Incognite Evolution on the screen. No, this is this is, I guess. Boy, I am not with it tonight. This is, I guess, right next to Infinite. Fox right across from each other. Ooh, Infinite still here. There goes the Celebrity Killers and Broken Spirits. I guess still coming right up and in. And we've got Unique Legacy across the way. We still have Slaughter. And Anita Max Win still up. So let's get on over to Anita Max Win. Anita Max Win, where are you? Are you getting your teammate rezzed as well? And yes, XYZ has been picked back up. XYZ already pushing up that ridge line to try to get those. We broke on the other side. Look at this. Does get the knock over. And oh, there goes There goes Infinite, Team 4. So now let's go up and see what's happening. Slaughter. Slaughter is right down there behind Unique Legacy. Look at this. Slaughter being completely unseen by Unique Legacy until he just got that knock over. He's got 2 knocks. He's got 2 knocks over now. Trying to come up and through. Look at this for Slaughter. Slaughter coming up and in, and Slaughter is able to get that whole team. So now let's see what's going on with these two teams. We broke down to 5 eliminations. We got Vortex 5 eliminations. Slaughter just finishing up the team right before this, and it looks like Vortex pushing right down just below. There we go. Ooh, I'm having issues tonight with these team names. I think I get the right name, and I look over, and it's the wrong team name. But this is, I guess, coming in first with 12 eliminations. 12 for IG, I guess. Golden Fire coming in second. Shout out to Slaughter for that play. 6 eliminations. Unique Legacy coming in third with 5 eliminations. Foxy, your team came in fourth. Look at all these eliminations. 8 eliminations for your team, Foxy. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. Going all out, I guess. Vortex. 6 eliminations. 1,013 damage. Whew. And with that, we will be right back for match 3 with live scores for the XO $700 Conquest League B. Seconds away from our very third flight path of tonight. Don't forget, we do have 5 flight paths tonight. Shout out to Crucial for getting these scores to us. Alright, let's go. Let me put that map up there so you can see where your teams are going, and let's check in on the flight path. And we are coming in from just north of Longhogon. Hello everybody and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Team Entity with 40 total points. Oblivion Esports 36, Alpha 4, Legend 32. Each of the top teams all have a winner chicken dinner. Did that fix? No, it did not. I'm not sure what's wrong with my iPad, guys. I might have thrown away a connector that was actually working. So I think we might end up tonight without an iPad, which is very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Alright, so let's get on over. I forgot who the top fragger was as I was in a panic. We're jumping with Oblivion, Dr. Wavering, 8 eliminations, 1,259 damage. He was fragging out on that last match. So let's get on over there, make sure that we've got Erangel. Yes, we do. So I'm a step ahead, or am I behind? I'm not exactly sure at this point. I don't know what's wrong with my iPad. Alright, let's go, guys. Here we go. Our 4th flight path of tonight. We're coming up from the military base, going straight across the middle of the map. We're going up through Potato, School, Roshawk, and Severny. So there's your flight path. And, oh, I was going to mess around with my iPad, but apparently the iPad. Hello, unknown. Hello, welcome. I see you in the chat. Hello. Sorry, I was kind of in panic mode during that break. Didn't even get much water. Alright, so let's see what's going on. We do have Manic down to the south, down by the docks of military base. We do have T Games and Rival 6, both jumping for for C block one more time. So we probably have another fight right here in military base. Let's go ahead and scroll on up just a little bit. We do have quite a few coming in from that farm area. We got T-Fall, Zero Mercy, XO Elites. Let's see what's happening over here in Pachinki. We got 2 teams coming on down into Pachinki. We've got Urza right here with CBK Esports South America. We do have Team Entity right over here with K19 as well. Let's go ahead and scroll on up and look at the north side of the zone. We got 3 teams headed over towards Severny, at least. Alright, so OTB, we already know OTB will go all the way over to Zarky. But we also have a solo from Absolute Pain jumping right with him. Look at this, he's trying to get on down to the end. This solo, he's like, oop. Don't you just love that feeling when you're a solo? Oh yeah, he's gonna try to get on out of there. That's the worst feeling ever. Solo squad, especially in scrims. I'm not sure they are already taking those shots. Oh, he gets an AUG, so let's stay here with him for just a minute. And I'm not sure what is happening with my iPad, guys. I tried all sorts of things, so let's go. Yes, we have one more Miramar after this, so we do have 5 matches tonight. Man, it does look like he's getting. They are coming up and around. Oh, he's got one. He's got Yusuf from. Oh, and he gets found. But here comes the rest of Absolute Pain. Absolute Pain now coming up and around, trying to get those shots. That was Darwin over here from OTB. Where are those OTB shoutouts in my chat? They are still full 4-man team. Yusuf does go down quite a bit in health, but they should be able to get across. And oh, I see they're gonna take that long fight. Let's check in on Shar and see what's happening over here. Sexflix. So we do have that fight going off now. Pedrino does get a knock. And it looks like OTB and Absolute Pain are going to be doing just fine. Let's get on down to military base now and see what's happening. Oh no, T-Game's down to just King now. We do have 3 of them knocked, and let's see what's going on. It looks like we got King's gonna, or Offline's gonna make it right up and over. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And it does sound like Rival 6 are all coming up and around. I'm not sure how many are still standing from Rival 6. We'll check in on that in just a moment. He does get that res off. So Rival 6, even though they are down to just a solo. Oh, here goes the Molly's up and over. And I see looks like Lucky is up on top of that. We do have Sexflick and DACA coming up on that end. And we do have one more. We also have Hollow over here somewhere. And let's see, Hollow on that backside trying to come up. And so we got a 2v3 situation down here in military base, and I will try to show you as many maps as possible. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. Oh, King gets found through the window, so now it's just down to Offline. Offline, the last one still standing in Rival 6. Rival 6 finishing off all 4 of them, and 3 of them going to Sexflix. Alright, we got another fight going on. I think that was the Pachinki fight. Nope, it looks like Pachinki's doing just fine at the moment. Let me see what else is happening. It is over here with Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy down to just a duo now as XO Elites are coming up. I see Kari's down. Oh, Kari down and out. Let me check in on Unknown. Unknown in my YouTube, Unknown on my screen, and he is right there. He does have Potato across the way. He's got that gas can right. Gas can always gives me nervous, so let's see. Unknown, still watching him come right up and in. I'm not sure if that was just a sound delay But Unknown is still pushing, and we are down to just a duo for the EXO Elites, and I think a duo for Zero Mercy. Oh, trying to get the shots out the window at Potatoes. Potatoes coming around that backside. He knows that he's got one right up on top of him. And Nova does get knocked in there now. Let's see. Can Unknown come and clutch and get these two down? Look at this. He sees them right through that window. And the splatter from the pump shotty onto the wall right behind Unknown. Ooh. Unknown XO Elites. They'll be able to get Nova picked back up. We did lose Kari though, so let me go ahead and put this map up here so you guys can check in on what's happening. And I'm gonna go ahead and restart my iPad one more time, see if we can get that going. Maybe my last ditch effort for this, as we do see. Let's go back up for my in the YouTube chat and check in on Yusuf over here. Yusuf, we did lose a duo from OTB, guys, so I didn't quite catch the fight, but it is against Absolute Pain. Let me see if I can get back into this match, maybe get this reset. I'm not sure if that's gonna help. I don't know what's gonna help at this point. We may not have it for the rest of the night, because I can't do much. I can't do anything at this point. Alright, so let's go. Our fight did break out in Pachinki, so let's get on over here. We're down to just Urza Mickey now. Mickey the IGL, very smart IGL. Let's see if he can get away from CBK Esports SA. This is the South America team, so let's see what he can do against them. Goes. So CBK Esports coming in winners of Pachinki. They are still in the zone. We got this chaos zone going over towards that military base, but I don't think we're going to be hitting the military base this time. Evil Bert down to 1 HP, trying to get out of Entity. Ace OP spray. Let's get on up to the dark side nets and check in on what is happening. We do have Ifwick. Let's see what Ifwick. Oh, Ifwick coming right on down into Team Entity. Team Entity was in this compound. So now let's see what else is happening. So does look like Evil Bird is still up here in this fight, trying to stay out of the way of Team Entity. Evil Bert, don't come up here by yourself. The rest of your team needs to be there with you. Timeless right over here. Let's see what Ifwick and Killed. Yeah, they are all coming right on down into this compound. So I did see another one go out from Absolute Pain. There's another one going out to Absolute Pain. Absolute Pain down to just a solo now. So I think, not sure if he's AFK. He is looking around, so I'm not sure what that's all about. We do have Oblivion coming on down. Let's get on over to Omerta. Omerta right over here on this north side of the East Bridge, and they are right here with Rival 6. And I saw another team not too far away. Let me check in out. Betty Chi. Oh, got too far away from Betty Chi for me to be able to figure out what's going on. Betty Chi, what are you doing way over here? I don't understand. Betty Chi coming in and across by himself. He came over the East Bridge, and the rest of his team, look at this. They're going to have a clash between EXO Esports and Omerta right on the outside of Betty Chi. Betty Chi watching the EXO Elites on the other side. So Exo Elite's now getting pulled up on over here by Omerta. Omerta, let's get up there. There we go. Omerta just coming right up behind the Exo Elite. The Exo Elites are now down to just a duo. Let me check in on Unknown. Unknown, you have Betty Chi across the street as well, so watch every angle you have. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get on out of there or not. Alright, so my iPad is not connected. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but let's check over onto this gas station area of the West Bridge. We got Maiden Nepal just to the south of Finial and Titan Falls. Let's go up over here. We do see that Finial does have a knock, and it does look like Titanfall. Nova, I'm not exactly sure if Nova is knocked. Let's see what's going on. Yes, Nova is knocked. So now Team 14 Titanfall, they are down to just a duo. Oh, I think he's going to be able to get that res off because of all the chaos to the north one. But CBK Esports is also coming up into this. So now we have several teams all coming right up and in. Let's check in if I could get this to click over. There we go. Let's check in on what's happening with Finial. Looks like CBK South America went up and around. Finial still looking over here for that duo from Titanfall. Titanfall does get knocked. Let's see, is Nova has been knocked, and let's check in on Arc. But Dolphin from is that Manic? Dolphin from, look at this, we have Maiden Nepal and Manic right over here. Ooh, that nade going off by Arc, and we still have all these teams right on top of each other. So let's get on over and see what Dolphin is doing. Where is he is right on top of this ridge line. We do have several teams right up in here. So we also have CBK South America getting into positions, and Finial also. So let's see what is going on over here. It looks like CBK South